Yeah, the 30th is the 24th of December 2024. What are we talking about today? Okay, I've learned over the years that when you're in a dungeon, you were put into that dungeon by someone, either with their mindset, influence, them feeding their ego on the ability to colonize and all that. Like I said in one of the previous videos before today, there will always be casualties. You can't all come to the knowledge of liberty is in progress, is in stages and layers you get. So there will always be casualties of different areas of life at some point, one point or the other. When you find yourself in a dungeon, you don't seek deliverance from the predictors. You need to depend on God to deliver you. And it is when you get out, you start asking some questions. In fact, getting out alone, you don't expect it to just begin the freedom journey, and since you have moved like jackpot, you just assume that everything will just change all of a sudden. Tada, when someone is born and they and say when it's a boy. Does the boy start to eat muscle, eat hard food the same day? No, you grow. First Peter 2 says, desire the sincere milk of the word, that you may grow thereby. You need to it starts with the milk, but don't stay on the milk. It goes to meat. You determine the level of growth. And like I said before, don't rush it. Don't choke yourself because you feel you have lost enough time. When you get your mindset right rolling and you keep maintaining it, and it gets layer upon layer, keep maintaining, don't give up. The speed you would achieve when you start to rise, when an opportunity comes and God blesses you with that opportunity and you use it right, you will double up, you will quadruple up, you will in 10 million folds. It will not look like as if you have been there or where have you been, but it is when that thing strikes, and you have to be careful so that you don't get so busy not to keep topping it up. You have to keep giving out from your running over, not from your reserve. Don't even have to get to the reserve, it should be from the overflow. So get to know that you need to get out of a dungeon first before you start asking some questions. When Israelites were going to Egypt, it was in search for food and survival. When they were, but they grew bigger, and decided to scare. And there was this Pharaoh that did not know Joseph, and it was because they were scared of them that they put them under slavery. So whatever slavery you are going through, whatever subordination you are going through, know that this is a pointer to the fact that your colonizer, your slave master, is scared of you. And they will make you mentally incapacitated and make you physically strong to do hard labor for them. The day I learned that it was the slaves that built the White House, I was wowed. No country will subject their citizens to such hard labor. They make you physically strong and they preach to you that is where your reward is. There was a particular narrative that was passed across at some point that they tell the monks that their reward is in heaven. While the leaders were doing mullah in wealth, they were enjoying life. They were preaching what will keep making them subjugated to them. So don't believe, don't assume that whatever you have been told in the dungeon is for your profits. Don't believe that it is for your benefit. It is a lie. But when you have the opportunity, keep hoping. When you have the opportunity to get out, don't be in a hurry to fly. Calm down. Settle that mindset. Discard, make efforts to put efforts in to discard at least 99.9% of what you have learned so far before you start to grow, before you start to jump into the next stage of life. Not that you will be stagnant, you will not take your bath, you will not brush, you will not go out. But as in, I'm trying to make you understand that keep going on with your daily activities. but not that you are you are in an intentional journey to renew your mind. Transformation, forming, Sparojira, Amweba. You are not, it is formless, void, and null, and darkness is all over. You need lights to keep shining, to keep shining, to keep shining. Therapy is a talk and process kind of system that's a trained professional has to do for you. But what they really make you to do is make you see what you actually did, your part in the whole process. They make you see that the answer is still in you. They make you to see. You need an external light to make you see yourself. You need to keep immersing yourself in knowledge when you get out. Don't rush out. Don't rush out. Don't rush out. When you get out of a dungeon, like I said, there are times that you just keep mute, keep low, keep exposing yourself to the right knowledge. God will bring your way the right tools you need, the right people you need, relationships you need. Don't vomit on them that you some mentors are not mature enough to handle such a labor room. Some midwives of destinies are not capable for every pregnant in quotes women of not just women now, pregnant in purpose, pregnant in healing, pregnant in every area of life. Not all midwives are equipped. You need your own midwife. God will send you them. Start to look past their flaws. You need to focus on why they are in your life. Catch. You need to focus. Like I said, when you get out of the dungeon, calm down. You need to build your nutrition, mental nutrition, spiritual nutrition, intellectual nutrition. You have to want to know, even beyond what you are taught in class. You need to want to know. Sit yourself down. Stop going up and down. Sit your butt down and study, reminisce, reflect, have times alone. At times it takes time when God approves that yes, you are willing to be alone and not be ashamed. You are willing to be naked and not ashamed. Answers will start coming. You can't rush God on how much you want to quickly sap and sap and sap just to be getting. God still determines the pace, but you have to you have to place yourself as a ready person to want to know things. I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear. Thank you so much for standing by. Have a lovely day ahead.